In Malawi, over 160,000 people have low vision due to cataracts, and of these, more than 50,000 are blind as a result. Access to life-changing surgery is often simply out of reach, both financially and physically. Help the Alimdad Foundation to restore eyesight to these vulnerable people. Sponsor an eye cataract operation in Malawi for 550 Rand. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Live from the capital city of Limpopo, this is One Nation FM on 88.9. 88.9 FM. Welcome to the People Station. One Nation FM.
These days, I'm more health conscious than ever. So tonight it's stir fry for dinner. Cooked in healthy Helios pure sunflower cooking oil. Helios is pure sunflower goodness, packed with omega-6. That's good for your heart. And is approved as part of the Heart and Stroke Foundation eating plan. Dinner's ready! Helios, pure sunflower cooking oil. A healthy family is a happy one.
Kids these days are smart, and when you're competing for their attention against their smartphones, you need to make smart choices, like using Sunfoil triple refined pure sunflower oil in every meal you make. It's naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether you're cooking, frying, or baking, you get the great tasting results that'll get their attention faster than the latest app. And if that doesn't work, change the Wi-Fi password. Sunfoil. Now we're cooking.
One Nation FM on 88.9.
All right, we're back on the Roberts View on One Nation 88.9 FM. The time is just 5:45 in the evening. Baba Limo Trafficking, I welcome you to the show. You've only missed my monologue, but I did promise you a guest, and I'm grateful for their presence, and we'll talk to them just now. In September, Minister released the crime stats for the 2017-2018. And honestly speaking, the picture does not look good. When we see them, we ask ourselves lots of questions, especially on the crime prevention tactics side of things. More importantly, we wonder about the moral fiber of South Africans. We question ourselves, where is our humanity? Or how can empathy? Those philosophical chats, we will do them some other time. Tonight on the show, let's tackle the law enforcement side of it. And let's welcome Tate Batum Poshul on the rank, Col Moatshe Ngoepe, from the Limpopo South African Police Service, and he's the spokesperson. Good evening, sir, and gratefully welcome you to the show.
Evening and welcome, and also greetings to your listeners.
So what I usually do with people that I interview, with guests, is I want them to tell me about themselves first, because it's important who's listening, so that, but usually they listen to people more than the content. If they like a person, then it's very easy for them to interact. So before Zanadi Tabing, tell us about yourself. And if that ranking, I got it correct.
No, thank you very much. I am, of course, Colonel Moatshe Ngoepe, a police spokesperson in Limpopo, originally from Gatewatsola village near Stelop, outside Mokopane. I'm a trained police officer since the rank of a constable until where I am. So, police service is my career. From schooling, I went straight to the police training college.
Yeah.
And thereafter, I followed the other courses through tertiary while working as a police officer and so forth. And I worked as a uniform member in crime prevention for around 3 to 4 years. Mm-hmm. From there, I worked. I performed 10 years as a detective, and thereafter the rest of my years, talking from 34 years service as a police officer, you can subtract that. It will give you that the entire period I was in the environment where I am now. And I can believe that when I started being a police officer, some of the people were still.
I wasn't born. I wasn't born.
You were not yet born.
Nope.
No thanks. It's not a child's play.
No.
But where I am now, I'm very much optimistic and looking forward to make sure that the people of Limpopo are safe at all costs. And that is where now, day and night, we are all out making sure that we publish the crime hints, educational information, related issues, especially pertaining to vulnerable groups, that is women and children, including elderlies. And we hope that going forth, the partnership we are having with our communities, we will win this fight, because definitely so criminals are taking chances. And on the same note, the more we as the police and the community, we remain one, we will win this fight.
In the beginning, I said I'm grateful for your presence, because the role you play, it's for the entire province. So the chances are you could have been somewhere, Tavazimbi or Punda Maria, but you took your time to say you would want to speak to us. So on behalf of the station, I'm grateful for that. Arzen Nditabe, when I saw the crime stats, and I was sitting next to a friend, because part-time I'm a lawyer, so I was sitting with another lawyer, and we were just talking arana ari, but why is the show higher than Polokwane? Kari kabutzibi ba ka bo bunyane ke se sure, but I will inquire more. I think the precinct in Seshego service a very larger group, a larger area than the whole of Polokwane. Please clarify that on that one.
If you look into the geographical pattern of the Seshego policing precinct, it can tell you to talk to the population. It can tell you to talk to the infrastructure development. It can tell you to talk to the vastness in terms of the areas from one to another, versus the very same police station Seshego, living from Polokwane, from Seshego, when a duty call, the response time, the reaction time, obviously it do affect a lot of things. But because we are not working alone, we are working together with the tribal councils, we are working together with other role players, we are able to do whatever possible come to us. So as a result, at this stage, we don't have a challenge until whatever comes, it will find us on the way. We are equal to the task in servicing the community of that area.
So, what I said is, because the Magistrates Court, I also assume because there is no police station that side, or when you want to report crime, the precinct in Seshego also services those areas. In other words, if maybe with Jamulage you want to report a crime, you'd have to report it in Seshego. That's the question I'm going for.
But you'll understand that the reporting of a case, there is a way on how we are managing our affairs with regard to the vast areas, because sometimes we operate through the so-called contact points. That's where now we move from one area to another, so that we bring services next to the people. But nonetheless, most of our communities nowadays, they've got cell phones. Usually they call us and then we react. And upon our reaction, there's no need for a person to come to Seshego. But because when we arrive there, we do the entire service. We take statements and do everything and come back and register the case. When it comes to Seshego, we'll be coming to court. That's why I'm saying up to where we are equal to the task. Meaning that area, the way you have seen it, its vastness, we are equal to the task as per now, servicing our communities in that area.
When you look at the stats, you can see that house breaking or breaking in an entry has increased. As you said, Ori, you also service the people by telling them about crime spots and whatever. why is there a challenge in preventing tabaya housebreaking, in issue of having everyday raids or vans which are always there around the areas where they are most likely going to be breaking?
Policing is a societal responsibility.
Okay.
Why do I say this? Is that because in any place, any area, any country where members of the community are playing their part, they don't have any problem of crime. Because why? Why I'm saying policing is a societal issue, responsibility, is that members of the community immediately they stand up and effectively participate in the community-based oriented crime prevention structures or community-orientated crime prevention structures, such as community policing forums, sector forums, street committees, neighborhood watch, etc. Definitely so that area won't suffer any blow of criminality because local community and the police will be together. I want to give you one practical example. Immediately our members effectively participate in these structures. We can't have the housebreaking because most of the housebreakings are not committed by the local people, are committed by strangers. As a result, if community members are very much active on street committees, neighborhood watch, immediately they see somebody they don't know, they will immediately call the sector manager, who will call a backup. They react swiftly, they pick him up, they profile that person. Maybe you may find that he's a long wanted suspect. That is why immediately we can approach policing that, and our community members comes on board and we are together. Definitely so the issue of housebreakings will die. There are areas where that area, no house is having butler proofs because you can't break and enter and still there. No, you can't. You are gone. Because when you enter, when they leave, the next door tell the next door that I'm going for a church overnight or for 2 nights, I'll be coming one way. So immediately something is moving there. Home.
Yeah. The reason I don't want to get into the community policing forum because we will talk about it in the interview. I've seen it work, and I agree with you on that. But in the meantime, let's talk about where they are not there. When you go through social media, you want to find out about people's interaction with the 10111 line. They will tell you when they phone, they always tell them vans are not available. Personally, I've experienced that when I was in an accident in Seshego and we phoned and they told us, no, vans are not available. They went somewhere. So this thing, our vans are not available. The question would be, are they available or are they working somewhere else? Or if there's a problem, when is it going to be fixed or why is it not being fixed?
Usually that is our earnest call to all members of our communities to say, we want to get one member saying that. That is why what we did, we have circulated the cell phone numbers of the station commanders, cluster commanders, so that immediately members of the community comes across such behavior, they must immediately contact the station commander or cluster commander for intervention. Because the issue of vehicles is a history to us, and it is an insult to us.
Yeah, because
definitely so. Where I'm sitting here, the resources we are having, we are able to do whatever possible to us to do. For example, we have got a cluster concept. A cluster concept, we have clustered police stations. We clustered them together. That in case there is a need at the nearby police stations, you find that maybe there's a strain in terms of the work that day for that police station. Another van is 50 kilometers away, another one is 80 kilometers away, and there is an urgent need of a report type sort of. So the cluster can redirect the car from the nearby police station to go and attend to that. That is why we've got the cluster concept. And that is why, unfortunately, members of our communities are always say, we are always on them, empowering them. We have circulated these numbers several times to say, these are the numbers. Definitely so, members who are working there, they are being managed.
Yeah.
Even at home, you've got kids. Your kids can do a lot of nonsense, né?
Yeah.
But definitely so, if you can end up getting stressed because the children of a particular family